Mercado's even ripped his pants from all that shots he was taking. And it's Hopkins that's on top of the case right now.
Well, you never know it that he arrived here on Tuesday in this high altitude. Said he did get a little work, and I say a little work in Denver, but that's a different piece of cake than here in Ecuador, just under 10,000 feet.
Oh, body shot that was very low by Hopkins. Oh, nice right hand by Hopkins. Another one by Hopkins.
Well, he's sitting down on it again, Ferdy.
Oh, he's sitting on that right hand. He knows what damage he did with it. It's Mercado that's in danger now, not Hopkins.
30 seconds to go in the round.
Another right hand. Blocking him. He's getting hit by a lot of right hands with Mercado. How many of these can he take?
Keep in mind, at the end of each round, a fighter cannot be saving a bell. So we have those flurries as we've had so far. A fighter could be in trouble if he goes down. And Mercado again lounges on the ropes just to keep himself righted for the end of the round.
Well, Hopkins is showing what it means to fight a Philadelphia fighter. They're never out and they come back winging. What a round for Hopkins.
So again, a big knockdown early in round 5. Hopkins apparently took that in the adrenaline.
When he bent down, rip that uppercut. Give me some hand speed, don't worry about the power. All right? Stay with his head, son. Stay with his head. Keep the check out there. Ready.
Let's take a look at this early action. See that bump right on? You see that? If had his legs hit the canvas, that would have been a knockdown. In some places, they got a knockdown when the ropes hold you off like that. That was a superb right hand.
We'll do it. Let's go second. All right. All right, son.
Well, Hopkins certainly after being knocked down in the 5th round, getting all kinds of encouragement as he opens the bell for round number 7.
And let's see what this altitude does now to him. Right now, he has taken over after being almost out on his feet. What a fight, back and forth.
Mercado, you see the movement, trying to stay away from Bernard Hopkins in the 7th round. Hopkins again tries to close that distance in the corner. Mercado holding on to save himself from damage.
These guys just don't want to break when they get in close. That referee's working very hard. Good thing he got it.
Keep in mind that Hopkins was warned earlier by Sam Williams, the referee. And a good left hand by Hopkins. Excuse me, by Mercado. Mercado slips. We were talking about the damp ice in that corner. He literally slipped on. You're talking about a hamstring or a throwing pull. He could have easily had one right there. Hopkins goes right after him to give him even more trouble. Hopkins really working hard in the 7th round. If the altitude was affecting him earlier, it's not right now.
No, and he's just in as much danger of getting knocked down as he was before because Mercado seems to have gotten himself back together again. And although he's taking some punches, he's landing some good shots now.
Seems to be countering very well off the ropes, and then Hopkins persistently pushing to try to trap him in this holding.
Hopkins the aggressor. Hopkins chasing. Hopkins wanting the knockout before this altitude takes effect on him.
Good combination thrown by Hopkins, intervened by a pretty good left hand by Mercado, who counters with another uppercut left hand.
They're whistling the referee, but for no reason. There's no reason for that.
Hopkins, you could almost hear that body shot. And now Mercado spins it in, and Hopkins is down.
There was a little tiny punch in that clinch that got Hopkins in trouble, just like it was before on the inside. A small punch. He gets up, he's mad. He's saying, no, it isn't. But he sure went down. And here comes Mercado.
So as we close in under a half a minute of this round, round number 7, Hopkins down for the 2nd time in the fight. And Mercado trying to put the finishing touches on it if Hopkins folds up.
Hopkins is holding on with everything he's got. Here comes that referee again. He's separating them, and it's up to Mercado to get the job done.
Good left-right combination by Mercado. And there's the bell in the 7th round as Hopkins down for a second time.
Incredible fight as we go back and forth with these rounds. It looks like they're different fighters fighting here. What a series of events which has made this fight one of the bigger brawls we've seen this year so far.
This fight was almost like the flags waving back and forth.
Let's take a look at what happened on the inside there. That little thing right there, that little uppercut. See how he's holding on. That little uppercut had him in terrible trouble. These are pushes. Nothing. That little uppercut, tiny as it was what did the damage. How often you see that infighting. If you know how to do it, it's devastating.
Hopkins again, you recall, after going down earlier in the 5th round, came back and maybe had one of his better rounds in the 6th. Let's see if he can rebound again. He's going to need it. And again, Sam Williams has to detain the fighters for a moment as they do their cleanup job in Mercado's corner.
Well, Mercado is certainly building up points. Those are 10-8 rounds.
Round 8 with Hopkins of Philadelphia with his back to you. Mercado from right here in Quito on the right of your screen. Neither fighter has held a world championship. Hopkins has fought for one against Roy Jones Jr. but lost a 12-rounder. Mercado a golden opportunity in his home country.
Oh, there's nothing happening in Bernard Hopkins' legs. There's nothing happening down there. He's stepping.
Mercado, you see him holding and firing that uppercut. Hopkins tries to fire back as they exchange in a corner.
What furious action. Each man giving and getting about equal. I mean, both men hammered themselves there. That was no advantage to either guy. Tough fighting. That's the kind of infighting that you like to see with two guys just punching away and the referee letting it.
Hopkins almost kind of shaking off some of that hot dogging that apparently Mercado's still handing out. He's kind of shakes it and said, no, they're not phasing me. My ringmanship is going to take over here if I can hold up in this altitude.
As far as I have it, and of course, in this place, I would think I'm right this time. Mercado is ahead of Bernardo Hopkins because of 2 10-8 rounds and because there were trading rounds back and forth. I mean, you know, it's in this place, you got to be giving credit to the guy who's putting the other guy down. In any place.
A little more blood coming from the nose of Mercado, but he's starting to dish out more punishment. Right in the center of the ring with Hopkins.
The crowd is absolutely in his corner, as you would expect it to be.
Digging left hand by Mercado. You can feel that one clear over here across the ring.
Look at that. He just won't let go. Hopkins is so tired that he won't let go. A small contingent of American fighters here rooting for him, trying to root him on, but they can't help him now. They can't help him here. What can help him is a nice short little punch that puts Mercado in trouble.
Well, the question I had to ask, as I mentioned, he may have come into this fight with one bullet in the chamber.
He may have shot it. Yeah, he may have shot it at the beginning of this fight.
Game plan was simple. He wanted to come out and put it away early. Mercado almost did it early, but has certainly rebounded with 2 knockdowns of Hopkins in the 5th and 7th rounds. And he's fighting very smartly here in round 8.
Something's bothering somebody here. What is it?
Mouthpiece has come out of the mouth of Mercado. They'll replace it and hold the clock for a moment. Can't be more than just a few seconds till the end of the round, though. Which will finish the 8th round of a scheduled 12-rounder.
There was more fighting going on in the rows there. You look outside. Michael Spinks is giving directions with his arm. Oliver McCall is giving directions with his arm. Everybody's giving him directions. But.
Well, that's 8 rounds here from Quito. Gentlemen, it's winding up into a war. Let's go back to New York.